right?
Yes.
Till the total STLC software testing life cycle will be completed. So total one more topic is pending to ending of the manual testing. Okay. So what is that is observe types of testing. So observe guys, basically there are total 16 types of testings are there. So we are calling this one as a non-functional testing techniques. Okay, we are calling this one as a non-functional testing techniques. Okay, so let's discuss what are the 16 types of testing techniques. Okay, what are they? So first one is the bull acceptance level testing or bull verification testing. Okay, or smoke testing and sanity testing. Smoke testing and sanity testing. So I will explain. Bull acceptance level testing means observe when I am trying to open the application. Okay, here I am trying to open the application. If it is open, okay, so when I am trying to open the application, so without any issues, if it is open, simply we acceptable. Of course, here it is some defects, but when I am trying to open the application, it is open, right?
Yes.
It's
Mm-hmm.
simply we acceptable. Okay, so whatever the defects or we are having, we are going to test it out. Okay, so if you are trying to open the application, if it is open, simply we acceptable. After that, we are going to be test the basic functionality of an application. Okay, just we are going to test the basic functionality of an application. That is, we are calling it as a build verification testing, sanity and smoke testing. Okay, so we are checking the basic functionality of a testing, that we are calling it as a build verification and smoke and sanity testing. Okay, second one is retesting. So retesting means what? Observe entering multiple sets of data to test the major functionality of an application. For example, here I am going to be test multiple sets of data. So Sirisha Mercury, one set of data, right? So now I want to complete with Ashim Mercury. Right? So now I want to execute with Gaurav Mercury. So like that I want to execute the different sets of data. Okay. But observe guys here, if it is a 10 or 20 sets of data, it is okay, right? We can able to test. But here we have to test with hundreds and hundreds sets of data. So here hundreds and hundreds sets of data manually we need to do means, is it possible with manual testing?
No.
Very difficult, right? So that's why this is one of the main reasons to introduce automation test. Okay, so this is one of the main reason to introduce automation testing. Okay, okay. So next, okay, that is what about automation testing. Next, third one is alpha testing and beta testing. Fourth one is. So what is mean the alpha testing and what is mean the beta testing is? So we are already discussed user acceptance level testing. Do you remember? We already discussed user. acceptance level testing. So on that, okay, so so after the project is finished and testing also finished and it is quality, right? Once the project is developed and it is quality, then we need to release to client, right? Before releasing to client, in our company, in present of client, we are testing the project, and also in client location, in present of client, we are testing the project. That is user acceptance level testing, right? So observe, alpha testing means in our company in present of client. So before releasing to client, we are testing in our company in present of client. That is called alpha testing. Beta testing means in client location after installation is finished. In client location in present of client, we are testing the project. That is called beta testing. Okay. So testing the application in present of client. In company location, we are calling alpha. In client location in present of client after installation, that is beta. Okay. So after writing, I'll give a small definition. Okay. So next, static and dynamic level. So we know already, we are already discussed static level testing and dynamic level testing. So guys, can you please let me know what is static level testing, what is dynamic level testing? What is static and what is dynamic? We already discussed here static without performing any actions, right or not? We are not going to perform any actions on the application. Okay, so just by looking at the application and testing the system, that is called static level testing. Okay,
Okay.
without performing any actions on the application, just by looking at the application, that is called static level testing. Dynamic means by performing some actions on the application testing is done. That is called dynamic level testing. Okay, by performing some actions on the application and testing is done, that is called dynamic level testing. So next one is port testing. Port testing means while we are discussing models, I will explain you port testing. So port testing is what they are doing. Once the project is developed and it is quality, we are going to release to client, right or not?
Yes.
Okay. Before releasing to client, in client location, okay, so networking people will go to the client location and they are checking the system specification of client. Okay, what is the system specification of client? So is that system specification is enough to install project in client location? Like that, they are going to check the system specification. So how means observe this PC, right click, go to properties. So they are checking systems. Just observe. Windows 8.1 is operating system. Processor is Intel Core. RAM is 4 GB. Right, operating system 64-bit operating system. Like that, they are going to check the system specification. So they have to make sure is this system specification enough to implement. Okay, is the system specification is enough to install a project in client location, like that they're checking, right? And after that, installation testing means what? Installation testing means they are doing some mock installations. Mock installations means, for example, yeah, they are doing some mock installations. Mock installations means what they are doing. Here it is. Observe. Mock installations means, for example, okay. So they are taking 4 or 5 mock system. They are taking 4 or 5 systems. Okay. So they are trying to install the project in that particular system. Why? Because they are going to be test the installation process. So all the installation process is working perfectly, or we find some issues like that. They are going to be check the installation process. Okay. Is it everything is perfectly installed or not? Like that. Okay. That is what about installation process. So while doing installation, it is perfectly installing, or in middle while installation process we find some issues. Okay, like that they are going to be test. That is called installation testing. Okay, and after that, after installation process, next we are going to test the regression testing. So that is one of the main reason regression testing to introduce automation testing. So regression testing means observe. We know already. For example, right now our project is ready. What we are doing, for example, we are writing test cases, right? Okay. So this is our project. We are writing test cases on that. So after that, what we are doing? We are sending to the developer. Right, we are executing as a tester. We are executing. If we found any doubts, we are going to send that. If we found any defects, we are sending to the developer. So developer will rectify and release next build, right? So on that time, what we are doing, we are again re-execute all those test cases, right? Okay. So if any defects found, we are sending to the developer. So developer, what they are doing, they modify everything and they release next build, right? Again and again and again, we have to re-execute every test cases, each and every test case we have to means we have to do the same task again and again and again, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is what about regression testing. We have to do the same task again and again and again. So that is one of the main reason to introduce automation testing. Why? Because if we do the same task, if we execute all those test cases, it takes a lot of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's one of the main reason to introduce automation testing, regression testing. And next one is compatibility testing. Compatibility testing means what? Observe, for example, our application is a web-based application. Okay, so we have to test like our application is compatible with all the browsers or not. Okay, so we have to make sure that our application is compatible with all the browsers or not. Means is it opening with Firefox? Is it opening with Chrome? Like is it compatible with Chrome, Firefox, and Internet Explorer, IE, right? Safari, right? We have to make sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what about compatibility testing. Next one is so usability testing. So usability testing means what? Observe. If you take any application, it must be user friendly. Okay, it must be user friendly. When we see that application, it is easy to understand. It must be user friendly. Okay, so that's compulsory. When we see the application, it is easy to understand, right? Then only we can able to do, right? Okay, if you see observe, if you see the application, it is easy to understand, then only we can able to take some actions, right? It must be user friendly, right? Okay, we have to test whether it is user friendly or not. Okay, next, exploratory testing. Exploratory testing means what? Actually, this type of testing not done by us, whereas QA people are the right quality assurance people. So what they are doing without documentation in their hand, okay, they are not taking any documentation, without documentation in their hand. In our company, okay, without documentation in their hand, they just come to our company and then they are going to test the project. So total project from first to last, they are going to be tested without documentation in their hand. So that is what about exploratory testing. Okay, why? Because they having huge knowledge about the project, right? Okay, so like that without documentation, they are going to be tested. That is called exploratory testing. Next one is monkey testing. So monkey testing means what? Observe. Doing abnormal actions on the application. Okay, doing abnormal actions on the application and testing is done. That is called monkey testing. Okay, so what they are doing abnormal actions means, so all the persons are not using application perfectly, right? Some people are there, so they are going to use abnormal. For example, Gmail is there. So here what you are doing, you are performing some abnormal actions on the application. Keep on entering the data, click on next. Okay, so keep on entering the data, click on next. Keep on entering the data, click on it. So we have to make sure in this situation also, is it giving a correct error message or is it properly working, properly responding or not? We have to make sure. Okay, so that is called, that's we are calling it as the monkey test, means doing abnormal actions on the application and testing is done. That is called monkey testing. Okay. Doing abnormal actions on the application, testing is done. That is called monkey testing. And after that, after finishing monkey testing, next we are going to discuss about the security testing. So guys, who are going to provide the security? So I already explained your reporting process. Database will provide the security. Authorized people only able to access the project. If unauthorized persons want to access, means firewalls will block that person. I already explained, right? Means they are providing a security. So that is called security testing. Okay. After that, okay. After that, security testing, reliability testing. So reliability testing. Reliability testing means what? Observe. Here, reliability testing means, for example, next week our project will be released, right? So project development is finished, testing is finished, right? So next week our project will be ready. So in this week, what I am doing is, observe, I am going to be, so in this week, what I am doing is I am going to test the project. Okay. So for a long period of time, okay, testing the project for a long period of time, we are calling it as reliable testing. Means we are keep on testing it. Okay, for a long period of time, we are going to test it. So that is called reliability testing. Okay, and 16th one is last and foremost thing, that is ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing means, for example, Ashim and Gaurav both are involved in the testing process. Okay. So observe, Ashim wants to test the project positive first, then negative. Gaurav wants to test the project negative first, then positive. Okay. So Ashim wants to test the project first positive, then negative. And Gaurav wants to test the project first negative, then positive. Means observe. Here, depending upon your wish, as a tester's wish only, right? If you want to test the project positive first, then negative, you can be able to do it. negative first then positive, you can able to do it, right? Completely depending upon a tester's wish, the work will be processed. Clear it is, guys?
Mhm.
Completely depending upon a tester's wish, the work will be processed. Okay, you can able to test positive first then negative or negative first then positive, you know,
Mhm.
come your wish. Okay, like that work will be processed. Clear it is?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So right now once again I am updating notes. So with that manual testing will be finished. Okay, with that manual testing will be finished. So after that we need to start automation testing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so automation testing freshly tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards we are going to start it. Okay
Okay.
Okay.
guys, tomorrow are you available, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Same time.
Yeah, same day only.
Okay.
And okay guys, so once again please be online. Okay, so everything is clear, right? So okay then, so we'll meet back on tomorrow at same time. And Rupali, please be online. So Ashim and Gaurav. Okay then,
Uh-huh.
thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
And freshly, we to start